Welcome to the Devil's Podcast. I am HeYamin Neshama.
I'm Andromeda.
It seems so formal.
You don't have to use your last name.
Well, no, it's fine.
You can just...
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm Yamin.
No. Yeah, we've never done this before, as you can tell. So this is the Devil's Podcast, and it is a podcast about witchcraft, ourselves, and spirituality, and how we're navigating, occultism, how we're navigating existence as spiritual beings. So where does it all begin? Well, it all began with Sophia, and Sophia created reality, through the inception of Yaldabaoth. So Yaldabaoth was created, and then he created the matrix that we know as reality. So, I mean, that's where it all began, but where did it begin with us, It's funny because, when we look at, like, where things began for us in an occult shop. Our relationship began in a magical shop.
Dia de los Muertos celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's never been not about the magic with us.
That
If there's a
private
cut right here, it's because of what I just said. If there's not, I'll probably be getting slapped.
The power of the shankla.
The power of the shankla. So what is it with what do you feel like where is your beginning with this? Like where
My beginning?
Like what is your with the magic, with the not even just the witchery, just the...
I mean, when I was a kid, I used to get really angry in church when the pastor would be talking about God, that there was no mother goddess. So I would sit there and just churn about how dare they say there's only a God. How can there not be a mother? Because there can't be a parent if there's no mother. There can't be only a father.
Mm-hmm.
So I never really thought about it until I was much older. It was kind of, things were the way they were, and you just do what you do because Christianity.
Yeah. Which is, it's funny because with, like if you're looking at like Kabbalah or, Jewish mysticism, I know that too, like in those religions, they, in those work, they kind of like belittle the woman, but when you look at the reality of what the structure is based off of, it's based off the divine feminine.
Yeah, well, there's the Proverbs. I always forget the chapter. The righteous woman.
Mm-hmm.
Every Mother's Day, that would be a vital part of the sermon. Mm-hmm. Growing up, the prosperous and
the fertile ladies.
Yeah.
Gotta get them fertile ladies.
Why?
Well, I mean, when you're looking at like prosperity, it is a fertility, and it's not just like when you're looking at like back to the Kabbalah and Jewish texts, like when you're looking at that stuff, and you see like them talking about, you shouldn't have sex except for creation. It's like, well, it doesn't matter if there's pregnancy happening. You're creating with the energy, no matter if you're conceiving a child or just, fornicating, for God's sakes, It doesn't matter.
Well,
you're creating
to
either
create
way.
a connection. I believe that you do have a connection with every partner.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean,
as you know, as horrible as that can be in some situations.
yeah. Well, and I mean, in the current culture, the hookup culture, which is way worse than it used to be. I think dating apps totally ruined the idea. There was this thing that I heard the other day. Someone said dating apps aren't designed to make you meet the love of your life. The algorithm is designed to keep you coming back to the app. And it's like, what is that? So it's going to put you, in connection with people who are just going to.
Yeah, so the person who's looking for the relationship gets all the people looking for the booty calls, and the booty calls get the people who want the relationship.
Yeah.
So it creates a cycle of torture.
Yeah. It's our own personal hell created just by us. By us and for us. Welcome to our hell. Hell from the people, for the people.
If you want to put it that way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's funny because like when you look at, and there's nothing wrong with AI. I think our minuscule understanding of it is the problem. And algorithms have existed for a very long time, even predating what we know of computers, like algorithms are essentially just currents of energy that are connecting with, reality. And then it's like, oh, they're manifesting in what way? They can manifest in a test that people, they have, surveys. Like that's an algorithm. They're trying to find, what's the best way to serve you? What is our best way to take all your money and not give you anything for it?
Sure.
But that's the thing, is like these algorithms have existed. They predate, even technology. But what is technology? What is it?
It's a construct of the mind.
It's a construct of the mind. It's a Tinker toy set, played with by children, made by gods.
Well, it's created by children.
Yeah. It's like this divine structure hands you down, this is the key to everything, and then they're like, well, how can I fit that into the next 42 novels where I explain everything and, create botulism out of it, and then serve it to the people, get everybody sick, and then serve them the cure of it, and then it's like...
Well, that's pretty existential.
Well, yeah,
really
I know. Well, it's like, if you look at, it reminds me of, I think it was one of the Monty Python movies where they hand down the tablets from heaven to Moses, and there's 15 commandments, and he drops and breaks one, and he's like,
the Lord Jehovah has given unto you these 15. Wait. 10 commandments for all to obey.
There's 10 commandments. It's like that. instead of 15 commandments. Oh, there's 10. So it's that kind of belief system. Like, I mean, when we base everything off of it, human error. It's like, oh, we can give you the keys to the universe, and somehow you're gonna find a way to fuck it up.
Without fail, every time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I feel like that's what I do best. So
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, it's not. It's not an individualist thing. It's a game of telephone. It's like, someone gets a telephone call. It's from the highest being of all, and then it's the Charlie Brown, and they're like, I understand it, and then they call someone up, and they do the same thing, and it gets misinterpreted more and more, and then people play on that. Like, people take that and run with it. They're like, oh, it's misinterpreted. Let's really take control of this situation. We've got the interpretation for you. So, I think that's just, and as a Gnostic, that's a normal understanding. I could get information and be like, this is how it makes sense to me, and I tell it to someone, and they're like, they get something completely different out of it. And if they had the same experience I had, they would do the same thing to me, and it would be a completely different experience for me. So, it's a game of telephone with the divine.
Yeah, that's what it feels like sometimes.
Well, I mean, you're a psychic, so I mean, you've had those experiences with people and with getting messages, giving messages.
Yeah, and it's always very unintelligible. Sometimes it can be very clear, but it's only very clear when it is highly symbolic. If I have a spirit or being trying to come to me and give me a message and directly tell me, I need you to tell them word for word this thing, I'm going to get maybe 3 or 4 words out of every 5 sentences. Whereas if they show me a picture of a jam jar and then say, this is very important, and then show me a microcosm, but then the microcosm is in the jam jar, it's going to make more sense to me. I'll be able to get a clearer picture than if they're telling me word for word what they need me to, what message they need me to give.
Yeah. Well, and I get it too, because I have experiences, too, where it's if I get a message and I don't tell them right away, I'm gonna forget most of that message. Like one of my mentees, I got this message for them today. And Lilith is she's like, wait to give that to her until we've done the meditation. I'm already up and giving her the message, and she's like, oh.
Yeah.
You just see her just shaking her head, just being like, oh my God, what are you doing? You're doing it again. It's well, I don't want to forget it.
Yes.
But, yeah. And too, it's when, if I'm doing a reading or something, it's I try to, I'll hear the information, I'll see the information, and then I'll be trying to convey it, and I'm wait a second, am I putting my own spin on this now? And it's oftentimes I'll get the confirmation of no, you're not, but it's still, I think it's that thing that, that hurdle that people have to get over.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely did that a lot when I was first starting out, because I would put my own spin on things of oh, this is the way it is. Well, then it would turn out to be actually no. I would attribute some messages to other people and say, oh, this message must be for this other person, but then it would turn out to be a message for me, and it was never meant to go to the other person. Or similarly, I would have a very important message to give to another person, but I would deliver it very badly, and it would get misconstrued. So that was definitely...
You're playing telephone.
Yeah. Definitely a pretty big hurdle to get through.
You were on the receiving end of the wah 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 wah,
yes.
And you were I know what that means.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I get it.
This is very important message. You must deliver it to yourself.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I've already delivered the message to someone else.
Yep. Yep. Well, and I too think it's one of those things where it's how can we know? I mean, there's tons of tarot channels. There's tons of people giving channeled messages. It's how much of these messages and stuff are for the people giving them?
Yeah.
And I get that, because I'll see them, and I used to watch them a lot more than I do now. But I'll see them, and I'll be if I see part of the message or I see the title or something, I'm oh, that speaks to me. And if I listen to it, and this happened a lot when I was last watching them, for my own enjoyment, my entertainment purposes only. And it's you're hearing this message, you're I think this is for the person who's giving the message. Mm-hmm.
I got that a lot. I think there are groups of people who go through similar situations. And so if you're a channeler or delivering a message and it turns out to be for you, there are other groups of people going through the same situation, and so it really can resonate with someone or like groups. But that's a big reason why I did have a channel for a while and I was doing readings, but I stopped because I started recognizing very personal messages that like I was giving out to the public. And so I realized I can't do this on YouTube. It's too personal. But when I do personal readings one-on-one, a lot of times I have no idea what is going on. Like I'll be channeling, I'll give these messages, I'll have no idea what the message is about. Meanwhile, the person across from me is like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. Thank you so much. And I never know what they're going through. I don't know the situation or how it turned out, but I do know that it was a highly specific message and it had nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
So it feels like two very different mediums.
When you're looking at, like, people are reading messages for a collective. Well, a collective is, a current, like, and going back to currents of energy, I've been meditating a lot, and that's been my practice for a while, is working with currents. And it's like when you look at like a collective, there's a current of energy moving through them. There's a populace where they're all moving into a space where these beings are working with them. This group of energies is coalescing together inside of them and helping them rise up or go down, who knows. But like this current is being tapped into by people, and those people doing the reading are probably a part of it, unless they know how to tap into these currents to read for them. Mm-hmm. And I know there's people that have that ability, but it's like when people are unknowingly giving, they're like, oh, I'm just a tarot reader and I'm just giving messages, and it's like, oh, you're a part of this current of people that you're reading for. And it's almost like if you're looking at like the top of the pyramid, and it's like they're up there, passing down the messages to the people that are in the same current, and they're like the heads of that, not like the heads of the current, but the heads of the people who are spreading information. Mm-hmm. They're a channel, and they're opened
like
up.
A body, and so they're maybe the mouthpiece, while the people listening and watching are like the ears and eyes.
Yeah. Well, and it's all for, everything that we take in, like you're saying, everything we take in is information for psychic development. We read books. Like, I mean, I only read spiritual books, grimoires and stuff now. I don't read like literature the same that I used to.
I do.
Yeah, you do. I'm just so obsessed with this stuff, and this is my focus, and the thing is like, not saying that yours isn't. I'm just saying.
Well, I like my sci-fi fantasy.
I know. I get it. Well, and I enjoy some books sometimes, but the most of my reading, is this stuff, and it's interesting because like when you're reading this stuff, like you're like developing a muscle, like a psychic muscle inside yourself, where it's like, okay, this material, this physical book with these words in this language, that just, how did this come about? And you're reading it, and it's changing your dynamic with the layout of those words, but it's the layout of the words in such a way that it's causing you to have a neurological change that's going to develop into something else. Like when I read books, where this podcast title came from. When I read books that are specifically about diabolical stuff, or I read books that are, super witch related, or I'm reading books that are, just Kabbalistic or whatever. All of these things change something within me that are going to develop my ability to take in that information and also allow it to come through me. I was talking to my mentee last night, and we were talking about the valve opening, and we are trying to make it so that that valve can open more and more, so that current of energy can flow through us more and more, like it can really flow through us. And and she's like, I want the valve all the way open, and I'm like, well, it's a process, but
well, I went through that process, and I was the exact same, where I wanted that valve fully open. And it's quite funny because I wasn't at that level where I could recognize that the valve was already fully open.
Yeah.
It took me years to realize I had opened myself up so far that I was literally a sponge, soaking up all of this stuff from everywhere. And it was creating a lot of havoc in my life. It wasn't until I attained the level of spirituality where I should have been when I opened the valve that I realized that, the valve's too open. It's all the way open and I'm getting flooded.
Yeah, it's like, we're just a little too open now. Yeah. Can we turn that dial back? Oh, it's been blasted off.
It's rusted open.
Yeah. Into space.
Now I need to work on holding back and retaining my psychic water.
Yeah, it's like having your own it's like when your sentience becomes so sentient that it's taken on a sentience of its own.
Yeah.
You need to have your what do they call it? Personal autonomy. When you're dealing, and especially with spirits, like when you're dealing with spirits and beings and entities of all sorts of kinds, it's like having that ability to, okay, I'm sitting in myself. What is within me that is me? What is within me that is you? Where do my thoughts begin and where do my thoughts end and yours begin? It's like we have to we have to come to terms with the fact that. And especially, like, if we're looking at, like, you go into a graveyard, and all these beings are like, hey, work with me, and it's like, can't work with everybody. And some of those beings you probably don't want to be working with. So, just to give it in a simple means, a simple term, it's not, we're opening ourselves up, but we need to continue to have control. And which is funny to think of, me saying that with my meditation practice, because it's like, why would I'm looking to release control of things, and it's like, when you're sitting and you're like, okay, I need to control this. It's like, well, you need to release control of it. That's the best way to control it. So, but yet we still have to have our own autonomy, our own personal autonomy.
Yeah. I mean, I lack all sense of self-control, so I mean, I've always just been like freewheeling it, I guess you could say. Control? What's that?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's a setting on your dryer.
Yeah.
The control setting. Yeah. Normal.
It's also, they use controls when they blast people off into space.
Yes.
So, it could be as simple as the controls on a
toaster.
A toaster, yeah. I was trying to think of something like the most least technology based thing that could have controls. It's like, oh, okay, so like if you took like a go-kart or the first plane, the first that was like bicycle tires, and
yeah,
and then
wooden,
the Wright brothers.
Yeah. Well, toaster's much simpler.
But I think a toaster is closer to a spaceship than the Wright brothers' first plane was.
Oh, I'd have to disagree on that. I mean, there
Have you
are
looked
some
at
very,
toasters
very
nowadays?
technologically advanced toasters,
Have you
but
seen toasters nowadays?
my toaster
This is not
has
my
one
grandma's
dial
toaster.
and a switch.
This is not your grandma's toaster. This thing's operated from, you gotta, it's 50,000 BTUs. You gotta hook it up to the Wi-Fi. You gotta, you gotta fill it with gasoline before you gotta pull start it.
Yeah, yeah.
That thing's 5G. It's 10G. It's 10G now.
Sure.
100G.
That's just abstracts.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm being as completely unironically idiotic as possible about it.
I could tell.
So what do you got there? What do you?
Oh, I have my Arcana Tarot playing cards that showed up just before we started recording, and I've just been shuffling them
And
repeatedly.
they're and this is a new thing that you've gotten into where it's like the playing cards, but they're the tarot cards at the same time, right? That's what you're...
Well, that's what this deck is.
Yeah, because you got the other deck the other day.
The Bluebird Lenormand.
The Lenormand. Yeah. But that's
Yeah.
that's more of like a 33 card deck or something, 38 card.
36.
Oh.
I think there's a man and woman as well. I'm not entirely sure the
Yeah.
number.
But this is like a playing cards.
Yes.
But
it
it's
has-
also the deck.
Yeah, it has the major arcana, but it also has the Joker, and then it has pips, so it doesn't have pictures on, like 1 through 10, it doesn't have pictures, it just has the little signifiers, so the clubs and spades and hearts and diamonds. But I like to sit with my decks and just repeatedly shuffle with them because I feel that it helps infuse them with energy, but also the deck itself a lot of times has its own personality, so sitting and shuffling it over the course of several hours helps align those energies. And
Yeah, because you're moving the energy. You're moving the energy with yourself.
yeah, and some decks are incredibly talkative, and it only takes a couple shuffles before I'm getting, cards flying out. But some decks, much like this one, they seem to be sleeping. It's almost like the sense of a reptile sleeping in its warm den, and it's just in hibernation, and you have to wake it up, but you have to do it gently. So that's a sense I get off of this deck, at least. Other decks are like rabid dogs or high-strung cats.
Why did you decide to get that deck?
Because there's a tarot reader on YouTube that was using it, and I really love the art because it's all in black and white, but then you have your hearts and diamonds are red. So every single card in the deck is in black and white, but then you have the splashes of colors, just the heart and the diamond on the cards, so everything else is in black. The symbols of the cups, the fours, the 8s, the 9s, the numbers, and then you have just the diamonds, the pentacles, and the hearts are, well, you have the cups too, but signifier is also in black and white. So it makes a lot more sense when you see the deck. It's very hard to explain it.
We're not affiliated, by the way.
No,
We're
no.
not. We're just...
The Arcana Tarot playing cards are not sponsoring us. Non-sponsored, as gorgeous as they are.
If they'd like to sponsor us. It's a contact. It's a contact email.
Yes. Yes. Send your acceptance email.
Yeah. Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
we will be your sponsor.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we kind of went off on a tangent.
Yeah,
there.
we had tangent after
starting
tangent.
with the at the beginning, and then we just went into all sorts of.
Yeah, I mean, this is our first one. We're gonna do these more often. This is gonna be a hopefully weekly thing. We are, sitting here talking about stuff because it's important to us and it feels right. Like, it feels like we've wanted to do this for a little while and it feels right. Like, now is the time to begin. And so we are,
Yeah. Well,
as it beckons, we do come forth.
My life kind of got derailed, and it was like, well, now's as good of a time as any.
Now's as good. Oh my god.
Laid up, can't work, can't go to class. Might as well start a podcast.
That's the end of the podcast for this time. If you're still here, thank you very much for listening all the way to the end. We're going to try and post one of these once a week, so stay tuned if you liked it. This is the Doubles Podcast. I'm HeYamin.
I'm Andromeda.
And we've got links for stuff below and in the bio of the YouTube page. And we're only going to be on YouTube for now. And if you want to hear specific topics, let's talk about things. Or you're just...
We need topics.
Yeah. I mean, I can rant about anything. So... if you have any suggestions or you just want to say, hey, I liked it or you like it, subscribe if you're interested, or if you want to see more of it, of course. And if you have anything to say, go ahead and comment it below. There should be a contact email somewhere, so if you want to contact us for whatever reason. So this is the first episode of the Doubles Podcast. I think it went well.
Yeah.
I think it went well.
It went on little side rail.
Yeah, side rails are fun.
Tangents.
Tangents
oh
are
God.
great.
I can't speak straight.
Yeah, no. Tangents are great.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to say in closing?
No, I'm not normally this spacey. But today I am.
Yeah.
Hopefully in the future I'll be a little more clued in on what I'm talking about.
I'm sure you'll be more prepared as you get more comfortable.
Yes.
So, thank you all very much, and I hope you have a blessed and wonderful day. As I'm going to start saying now, the darkness in me sees and honors the darkness in you. Thank you. This is the Devil's Podcast.